What's up guys, it's BLam, and in this video, for the anticipation of the upcoming Mario Kart 9 or whatever the next Mario Kart game is going to be called, I thought it would be super fun to do a Mario Kart tier list ranking every Mario Kart game that I have played and just, giving my opinions on which ones are the best and which ones are the worst out of the titles that have been released thus far. And I think that this is super fitting for this to be the first tier list video on the channel, with Mario Kart being one of the pillars of my channel, being one of the series that I enjoy playing the most. Definitely being my favorite racing series for sure. And I think that it'll be fun just to stir up more Mario Kart 9 hype by doing more Mario Kart content like this tier list. So if you guys are excited for more Mario Kart content, and if you guys are interested in, seeing more content, more Nintendo gaming content like Mario Kart, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really does show your support. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel this year, and it would be awesome if you guys could join along for the ride and see some neat content uploaded every Monday right here on the channel. So with that being said, let's get right into the tier list. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to just get the haven't played tier out of the way. The arcade GP games, starting off with these games in the haven't played tier. We got Mario Kart Arcade GP, Mario Kart Arcade GP 2, and Mario Kart Arcade GP Deluxe. I've seen bits and pieces in terms of gameplay for this game. There might have been a few times that I've been to certain arcades and seen these arcade machines with Mario Kart, but of course, I really wasn't super inclined to play them. I just kind of saw, I was like, oh, that's cool. But, I know that Pac-Man is in these games as well, since they're developed by Bandai Namco, I believe. So, it always seemed cool. I think that if I played these games, I would probably put it in either the decent or great tier. It looks fun to play. It was just in the arcade, and I'm not really in arcades too much, but to be fair, and I don't think very many people are in arcades these days. Not very many people are playing games in the arcade as a regular thing. Also joining the haven't played tier is going to be Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Of course, I remember when this game was first revealed, I was like, it's a cool concept. Definitely not for me, since it's like $100. You have to get the actual RC car with Mario or Luigi, and it just definitely wasn't my cup of tea. It definitely wasn't the Mario Kart 9 I wanted. So it's definitely a cool concept. I will probably put it in at least decent tier, because I think that the customization of tracks in your home is pretty cool, and I think it will be fun enough to play. But yeah, definitely not something that I would personally invest in. And there is one mainline Mario Kart game I have not played, which is Mario Kart 64. Unfortunately, yeah, this is the only mainline Mario Kart game that I have yet to play as of this video. I know that Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack is now out, but it's overpriced, and I hear that the emulation is not that great with input delay, so I'm not looking to buy that anytime soon, unless, I make it a sub goal on Twitch or something, if people, give me donations, to do that, then I might do that then. But as it stands right now, it's not something that I'm looking into doing with NSO's current state with N64 games. Also, I feel that if I were to play Mario Kart 64, I think that it would go in at least a decent tier. The track selection seems pretty good. The gameplay seems solid enough. It's 3D as well, which is this, with Mario Kart 64 being the second title in the series, it's the first game with actual 3D graphics. So I feel that I would have a decent time. It's on console, I feel that I would have at least a decent time playing it. But, we'll have to see whenever I actually play Mario Kart 64 someday. Hopefully someday it'll happen. So that's going to be it for the haven't played tier. The remainder of the games that you see here are all games that I have played at one point or another. And I'll pretty much be going in release order for the most part, with the exception of Mario Kart Tour. I'll kind of bring that in at a certain point, but for the most part it'll be done in release order. The first title in the Mario Kart series, Super Mario Kart. I played this game on Wii U Virtual Console. I believe I got this game when Club Nintendo was around. I believe that Super Mario Kart was one of the rewards to get, like whenever Club Nintendo was shutting down. Basically, you had to use your coins or else they were gone forever to get as many rewards as possible, and Super Mario Kart was one of them. I haven't played Super Mario Kart too much, but hey, if I played a Mario Kart game, it counts for this tier list. With that being said, Super Mario Kart, with it being the first Mario Kart game in the series, obviously there's much more room for improvement after a first installment typically. It's gonna go in mid tier. Not super great. Not a super great game. Not terrible, of course. It's just like nothing super remarkable about it. I've only played it for a little bit, and during that little bit I played, I was like, it was an okay time. Nothing too great, nothing amazing, but it's the first Mario Kart game of the series, so what do you really expect? On that same token, Mario Kart Super Circuit is the third game in the series. It pretty much is a GBA version of Super Mario Kart, more or less. And I played this a lot more thanks to the 3DS Ambassador Program, if you guys are unaware. Basically, if you bought the 3DS within its first number of months of release, you get to get 10 GBA games and 10 NES games for free. And one of those GBA games that you got was Mario Kart Super Circuit. And I played it, and I was like, I like Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, actually. And just, I'm just going to check it out. And the physics are super weird. That's like the main thing with this game. The physics are just super weird. Your kart feels so slippery, hard to control. The drifting feels super off, and I think that it's probably the same with Super Mario Kart. I would imagine, I haven't played Super Mario Kart too much, but I would imagine that Super Circuit takes a lot of what Super Mario Kart has, and I played Super Circuit way more, and I just was like, the physics just did not sit right at all. I wasn't super frustrated. I was just like, man, it just feels weird to control. It is Mario Kart still, though. The tracks are great. It actually has a really good variety of tracks throughout the game. And I think that there's 20 original tracks in that game, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the track selection is really cool. The gameplay is okay. It's just, the physics are just super weird. I just never felt that I was fully in control of my character, and that kind of hampered the experience. So with that being said, Mario Kart Super Circuit is going to join Super Mario Kart in mid tier. Both of these games, pretty unremarkable, not terrible, just mediocre, pretty much. With Super Mario Kart being the first game of the series, Super Circuit following, kind of having that same engine, no pun intended, as Super Mario Kart. Both of them were pretty mediocre experiences. And now, at this point, with Mario Kart Double Dash onwards, this is where we get into some really solid Mario Kart titles. And the fourth game, like I just said, Double Dash, my man. Amazing game. S-tier game, man. I love Mario Kart Double Dash. It's so good, man. So many excellent things about this game. I really got to play this game with the Krusty crew. Shoutouts to you guys. I know you guys are watching. I'll be uploading a video with them in the near future. But whenever we hang out, whenever me and my friends that are part of the Krusty crew hang out, this is one of our go-to games, and it's always so fun to play, especially on Baby Park in particular. The items in this game feel super good. Like, they feel broken, but not like, annoyingly broken. They all feel really good to use. The mechanics feel super good. It's a pretty tight Mario Kart game. I feel that the majority of the time, it just feels really tight to control. With the drifting, you go straight into the drift. You don't hop, unlike in other Mario Kart games. And of course, the double dash mechanic with 2 drivers. It's nice to have 2 items in tow. There's the special items, which are all pretty satisfying to use. Well, they all have varying degrees of satisfaction, but the special items, a good number of special items in the game, are super awesome to use. And the track selection is amazing. The character roster for its time was also great, with the pool of characters that were available within the Mario universe. And honestly, there really isn't much to complain about. There's some things that I could nitpick about that were addressed in later Mario Kart titles, like for example, looking behind me. There's always a few times to where I want to look behind me to see who's around, and I can, time a red shell block to prevent it from hitting me better. But of course, that was addressed in later Mario Kart titles. But, that's not the game's fault. That was just a certain thing that would have been nice, but I guess it never really crossed the developer's mind to add a feature like that at the time. I guess I'll also shout out Bob-omb Blast as well. Bob-omb Blast is also pretty fun, even though I'm not a super huge fan of the battle modes as much as the racing. The racing is where it's really at. Bob-omb Blast is pretty fun, even if a certain member destroys us every single time. You know who you are. But yeah, overall, Double Dash, really fun. Super fun mechanics. Items are great. I love the drifting. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe not love, but I like the drifting. The drifting feels good. It feels tight. It feels good to control. The track selection is great. The overall gameplay is just really good. And also, it kind of sort of feels the fastest of the Mario Kart games in 150cc at least. I know that Mario Kart 8 has 200cc, but it feels the fastest kind of within 150cc. It feels snappy. And yeah, it's just overall Double Dash is just such an amazing time, and yeah, definitely worthy of being in the amazing tier. After Double Dash, it comes Mario Kart DS. DS overall is pretty good. Decent track selection. Character roster wasn't too bad for its time. Obviously, it wasn't a Double Dash character roster, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. He has the mission mode. I wasn't personally as connected to Mario Kart DS as I was with other games. I don't know, because of the graphics sort of being a little meh. Maybe I got spoiled by Mario Kart Wii at the same time. But yeah, overall, but DS is good. DS is a good game. I think that you can tell by my tone, it's not going to go in the amazing tier, but it's going to go in the great tier. DS is great. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I just personally didn't connect with it as much as, the other titles. Like, there's a few other of the Mario Kart titles that I 100%ed, specifically Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, the original on Wii U. I 100%ed both of those games. I was just connected to them more. I just spent more time with them. Maybe it's because the visuals were more pleasing, or, maybe it's because I wasn't spoiled by future Mario Kart titles. Who knows? But yeah, overall DS is a good time. I mean, I didn't really spend too much time with it. I mean, there are times to where I would play with other people as well. DS download play was pretty cool. Despite that you couldn't have all tracks and characters available, which makes sense because Nintendo wants to encourage people to actually buy the game, so not all features were available for DS download play. But yeah, overall DS is a good time. I connect with other Mario Kart games more, but yeah, overall DS is a great game, and it's definitely, I think that if I was more connected to DS and I wasn't spoiled by other Mario Kart titles, if I spent more time with it, perhaps it can go in the amazing tier along with Double Dash and a few other titles. But yeah, overall, DS is still really solid Mario Kart game though. I mean, don't get me wrong. DS still worthy of its recognition. Next up is Mario Kart Wii, and my gosh, I had some great time. I think that perhaps Mario Kart Wii is the Mario Kart title that I am the most nostalgic about. I played this game to death with the Wii wheel. It was such an amazing time. I loved just how it felt to play. The tracks were great, and especially online. I spent so much time playing online. It was so fun. It feels so satisfying to play. The motorcycles or motorbikes, whichever name you prefer to call them, were such a great addition. 12-player racing makes things even more exciting. Tricks were awesome. Wheelies were cool. There are some great additions to Mario Kart Wii that really made it stand out as an excellent Mario Kart game in my eyes, and I just had such a great time playing it back in the day. It's an amazing game, and yeah, I just said amazing. It's going in the amazing tier above Double Dash, mainly because of nostalgia. I just connect with Mario Kart Wii more. I spent more time with it. And also, I think it has an even better character roster than Mario Kart Double Dash, which is to be expected because more Mario characters came into the Mario universe after Double Dash, which makes sense. It has a 5-year gap between releases. It basically expanded upon things that we've seen in the Mario Kart series prior. And also, just like with Mario Kart DS, it has a total of 32 tracks, being 16 Nitro tracks and 16 Retro tracks, aka 16 new tracks and 16 tracks from previous games. And yeah, I mean, that's double the amount of tracks that Double Dash had, and that is also a good pro to make about that game that goes above Double Dash in that regard. But yeah, overall, I just love Mario Kart Wii. It just is really close to my heart, with the Wii being the first console that I personally owned, the first home console that I owned. And yeah, I just had an excellent time playing it. It was so fun, whether it was online, playing with friends, playing myself in Grand Prix. It was so fun, and I'm super nostalgic for the game, and I absolutely love it. Mario Kart Wii is just awesome. 3 years later, Mario Kart 7 came into the fold, and this was one of the first 3DS games that I got. Mario Kart 7, I spent a heck of a lot of time on. The gliding and underwater mechanics were awesome additions, to be put in that game. I was really excited for that, and I think that those are two of the greatest mechanics that have been introduced in the game. I think that just flying through the air with a glider, as well as racing underwater, were two really cool concepts. Now, unfortunately, there are some things that kind of got downgraded. The character roster in particular I think it's the worst character roster out of the Mario Kart games that were released within the past 2 decades. From Double Dash onward, I think that Mario Kart 7 has the worst character roster. For example, Waluigi Pinball is one of the tracks in the game, yet they didn't include Waluigi. Like, why? And they included characters like Honey Queen from Super Mario Galaxy, Wiggler, Metal Mario. There's just a lot of omissions as well, and just some weird choices in that game. Also, I felt that the track selection was okay, at least for the new tracks in Mario Kart 7. There are some good, I think that the overall track selection is decent, but not as great as other games. I think that Mario Kart Wii and 8 have better track selections, for example. There are some really good Mario Kart 7 tracks, don't get me wrong, but I felt that a lot of them were just a bit too, a little empty. Maybe like Daisy Hills, for example, is like a good one. And there's like a few more that I could probably name. Rosalina's Ice Whirl is another one of them that felt kind of empty, and that was in the Special Cup. Shy Guy Bazaar, Cheap Cheap Lagoon, Mario Circuit even, Rock Mountain. Those tracks were okay, but they felt kind of empty. I just felt that it wasn't as involved as other tracks throughout the series, and that's kind of like, it's not a low point, it's just kind of like a lukewarm point, I guess. But overall, the gameplay is really, really solid. Like, I really enjoy the gliding and underwater mechanics. Racing in 3D is always pretty cool with the stereoscopic 3D on 3DS. And the gameplay was still super solid. I mean, I still spent a lot of time. Heck, I 100%ed the game. I collected every single vehicle part in that game. I raced online. I got like 10,000 VR. I believe it's like one of the requirements to 100% the game, I think. But yeah, I raced online a heck of a lot. More than I did in DS. Maybe as much as I did in Wii, if not more, maybe a little less. But I still spent a heck of a lot of time playing Mario Kart 7. I still enjoyed the heck out of it. So, that being said, great game. Great game. Definitely goes in great tier for me. Great experience. Just a few things holding it back. The track selection is okay. Character roster's not that good compared to other titles, compared to what we've gotten before. But the gameplay is still extremely solid. The online is solid, and I still had a great time playing it, and I spent a heck of a lot of hours in it. Really, really great Mario Kart game still. So the last game in the mainline Mario Kart series is Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe, which is going to be treated as one game in this template. But before I get to that, I'm going to talk about Mario Kart Tour, which is the mobile Mario Kart game. So, of course, this game gets a bad rep for, having gacha mechanics in terms of getting the characters, getting content that Mario Kart 9 should have, and things of that nature, and I get that. But honestly, this structure, like the structure that Mario Kart Tour has, it works for how the game is designed, because each track is not going to have the same value for certain characters, because the way the game works is that each character gets a certain amount of item slots depending on what track you race on. You can get 1, 2, or 3 item slots depending on the characters you choose. And that extends to the carts and gliders you choose, because it's a points-based game. You basically have to continue to do actions during a race to rack up a combo and gain the most points within a race, to perform the best and to get the most prizes and rewards. There's a lot of good characters and beloved characters that people like, but you don't necessarily need to have all of them, because there's going to be some characters where you don't really get much value out of them because they're not going to perform that great because they don't have that many item slots, and that causes you to do better or worse depending on how many item slots a character has. And there are some good points about the game. I mean, like I said before, the structure of the game works. You don't need to have every single character to have a good time with this game. And honestly, it feels satisfying to pull for certain characters because there's a lot of characters like variants or which are basically kind of like alternate costumes of existing characters that you don't really need to get. And there's a few characters that are actually worth getting, and it feels satisfying to actually use rubies, which are like the main source of getting characters and stuff in the game. It feels satisfying to get those characters and to save up and to, build up your collection, kind of like Pokemon in a sense. Rather than catching, Pokemon, you kind of pull for characters. And I think it's all about building your collection because, again, it's not required to have every character in the game. There's a ton of characters that are filler within the roster, and that's done for a reason. It's done because the structure of the game is so unique in terms of its point system and in terms of the item slots within its characters. And in terms of gameplay, it is a simplified version of Mario Kart. With it being on mobile devices, the touchscreen controls are good. It doesn't replace playing the game with an actual controller on an actual TV screen, or heck, even playing on a portable device with actual buttons and a control stick or a control pad. But it works. It controls well. The tracks that are brought into Mario Kart Tour, which consist of real-world tracks as well as original tracks that aren't based on real-world locations, are great. The soundtrack is also great too. Oftentimes, whenever new tracks come in, they bring in some banger music with it. And there's some good tracks that are in the game. Most of them are returning from previous games, but some of them are beautifully remastered in ways that we really haven't seen before. And the new tracks that are brought into the game are pretty fun, and they also have variants of those tracks, being Trick, Reverse, and Reverse Trick versions, which are basically just different versions that add even more content on top of that. The special items make a return from Double Dash, as well as brand new special items. There's brand new items that are brought into the game for the very first time. The character roster is technically the best in the Mario Kart series because it includes a ton of new characters that haven't been in Mario Kart before. And overall, it's a decent game. I play it every day. I literally boot it up and at least play for a few minutes every day because the game encourages that. And it's a fun time. It's a good way to pass the time for the structure of the game it is on mobile. It is a decent game. Mario Kart Tour goes in the decent tier. Again, it's just a decent experience overall. It's a solid experience. It may not be your typical Mario Kart experience. It may not be the Mario Kart experience everybody's craving. But I've had a solid time, and there's some unique content that hasn't been in any other Mario Kart game. And it does some good things right. And it has improved over the years as well. Adding more content, adding, different fixes and changes to make it play better and make it more enjoyable. So overall, and it's a free-to-play game on top of that. You don't have to pay for this game to play it. It's all free to play, and it's all good content. So yeah, Mario Kart Tour is decent, man. It's a solid game. Definitely will never replace any actual Mario Kart game for the most part. I mean, Super Mario Kart and Super Circuit are down there, but in most cases, yeah, it'll never replace an actual Mario Kart game. But it's still solid. And last but not least, I have saved Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for last. And yeah, it's incredible, man. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, in my opinion, has the best of what Mario Kart has to offer. The track selection is amazing, and it features some of the best tracks that exist within the Mario Kart series. The roster, at least in the original Mario Kart 8, was a bit lacking, but by the time we get to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it is a pretty great roster on all things considered, including the Nintendo characters outside of the Mario universe that get brought in, which are pretty cool. It feels great. The graphics are amazing, of course, with it being the first HD game in the series. It controls great. The gameplay is great. 12-player racing is back from Wii. Motorcycles are back from Wii. 200cc is one of the biggest additions and one of my favorite additions ever in a Mario Kart game, and it made me enjoy Mario Kart 8 even more. I absolutely love 200cc and the speed and the skill that it takes to master it. The anti-gravity mechanic on top of the gliding mechanics and underwater mechanics from 7 are all great. They all make for some really great track design. Like I said before, feature some of the best tracks throughout the series. And I played the heck out of the original 8, and I'm sure that if Deluxe had more content, it would have been the same for that game. And yeah, honestly, I think it just takes the best of what Mario Kart is and puts it into one game. So yes, goes in the amazing tier. Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe are by far my favorite games in the Mario Kart series. If Mario Kart 8 was actually on this template, it would be right below. But yeah, 8 Deluxe, the definitive version of that game, definitely going to be at the top of the list for me. And that is going to be the Mario Kart tier list. It was really cool to actually, start off the tier list that I do on the channel with Mario Kart. I mean, I absolutely love the series. I love the games. And it was cool. It was cool to talk about all of the Mario Kart games that I've played. Hopefully some more Mario Kart games will be added here, like Mario Kart 64. Maybe someday, if Nintendo kind of gets their act together, I might be able to rank that properly. And with Mario Kart 9, which I hope to cover pretty soon on the channel. If you guys enjoyed watching this video and I made your day at least a little bit better, then like the video to let me know and to give the video more exposure. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to really support me in the content, and ring the bell so you never miss out on my weekly uploads that drop every Monday right here on the channel. And don't forget to let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this tier list, and what are your favorite Mario Kart games in the series? I love to know. I love to start a discussion and just see what you guys have to say. So yeah, be sure to make your voices heard. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Take care, have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.